15-year-old Phoebe Prince moved from Ireland in 2009 along with her parents and her 12-year-old sister. They moved to South Hadley, Massachusetts. She became a freshman at South Hadley High School and found herself in a relationship within a few months. This relationship was with a football player on the school's team, and this led to some jealousy issues among other students, which led to a fiery level of resentment among other students. The torment was not something that she could just compartmentalize, leave at school while she was at home and decompress. No, this was actually cyberbullying, which meant that no matter where she went, it followed her. Her phone had messages and calls, her social media accounts had hurtful stuff with negative messages, derogatory terms, and threats of harm. And her social media news feeds were filled with humiliating posts and just constant attacks. So my name is Scott Bellowes, and this is intended to be a highlight of the importance of cyberbullying education in schools. You'd like to think that teachers or family or law enforcement, someone was able to step in and put an end to this harassment that took place over several months. Unfortunately, this is not the case. On January 14th of 2010, Phoebe's sister came home from school and went up to her sister's room and found her hanging by a rope. Prince's death was ruled as a suicide by officials, and multiple students were charged with criminal harassment. Yet there's no nationwide system being put in place to prevent this kind of horrific tragedy from striking a family again. Internet safety expert Perry Aftab was on a video through dangers of social media, and she explained a few of the factors that Prince may have been dealing with during this time. Prince would read through the messages, internalizing each one, which each of these would tear her apart, reading what other people thought of her. The effect intensified as more and more people joined this mob mentality of throwing in their 2 cents on the topic. She also pointed out the differences between standard bullying on the schoolyard and cyberbullying. The schoolyard bullies beat you up and then go home. She goes on to say that cyberbullies, unfortunately, beat you up at home, at your grandparents' house, or any other place that you have access to technology. There's no way to get a break from it. She also explains that victims act out in a variety of ways, from committing cyberbullying against others themselves, committing violence towards others, doing self-harm to themselves, and also suicide. Samir Hinduja and Justin Patchen of the Cyberbullying Research Center state that cyberbullying victimization rates have varied over the past few years. These studies started in 2007, ended in 2010, but in 2007, 18.8% of students reported being victims. In 2009, that jumped to 28.7%. These were covered, I said, between 2007 and 2010, but there were 7 different studies that took place during that time to determine these. They also found that cyberbullying disproportionately involved female students, both as victims at 25.1% and as the bullies at 21.3%. The male involvement was 16.6% as being bullied and 17.5% as being the bully. So what's being done to handle this issue, both at a research level and implementation level? Brian Wiseman of the University of Nevada in Las Vegas, conducted a study where he surveyed 118 middle school principals looking for potential solutions to the cyberbullying epidemic. He narrowed it down to 3 people. and he questioned them thoroughly to find these resolutions. What he found was that there was an importance of a reporting procedure, curriculum integration, student-centered productions through mediums such as broadcast journalism, a focus on prevention rather than solely on punishment, the importance of punishment as being a part of an effective policy, and keeping up with the changes in technology. 2 schools in the United Kingdom have embraced this concept, and with the support of 2 organizations who focus on ending cyberbullying, ChildNet and Beat Bullying, St. Mary's Primary School and Braden Forest have developed internet safety policies and procedures using combating cyberbullying. A film with the same name was created as a record of what their process and progress was. Their first example was having children, the students, conduct a mock court proceeding where they play the judges, juries, bully, victim, and the jury. These exercises emphasize how the children can feel what those people would normally be feeling in those situations, both as the aggressors and the victims. It provides a sense of how widespread the problem is and how to address it in their daily lives. For example, another way that this program has been put together demonstrates is how schools are encouraged to incorporate anti-bullying material into various curriculum instead of having presentations specifically for it. For example, drama classes act out cyberbullying scenes to demonstrate how damaging a seemingly harmless text or message can be. So to bring it to a close, despite the video demonstrating very little additional cost to school districts, these methods have not been utilized at a large scale. No nationwide educational system has adopted this system-wide program to eradicate cyberbullying. With social media growth having exploded, the cyberbullying options and opportunities have grown exponentially. Organizations like ChildNet and Beat Bullying have the right idea. They just need the support of a nationwide educational system and the people around them. So I hope to see this work out and some progress be made on this very quickly to avoid another situation like Phoebe Prince. Thank you.